Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about Lisa Rinna and this whole doxing situation because this has been messy as hell. Now, if you don't know what doxing is, it is usually when you release someone's personal private information, especially when you have a following like Lisa Rinna's. It's kind of hard to navigate a situation like this where you're putting somebody's phone number out there. You have over 1 million plus followers, and then that person now has to take the brunt of it. But this person also retaliated. So what happened was Lisa Rinna leaked text messages from a man threatening to expose her as he claps back, and he is clapping back, and he did also dox her back, just saying. He released her phone number. Plus, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is sharing cryptic quotes on narcissists. I have questions. So it looks like the doxing saga continues. Before we jump in, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so surprise, surprise, Lisa Rinna is at it again. In the past few weeks, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star engaged in Instagram attacks against several of her cast members. And we've talked about it, and a lot of those attacks have been towards Kathy Hilton. Last week, it appeared Kathy Hilton was calling Lisa out, sharing a cryptic quote about narcissistic behavior, and now it seems there's another mystery to solve. What could that be? Now, when we were talking about this mystery man that was going back and forth with Lisa Rinna and the exposed leaked messages, I love that word, leaked. So interesting to me. But in the exposed leaked messages, we had the conversation, we've talked about this, and it's just, well, interesting that everyone thought that this was Kathy Hilton's assistant. It is not Kathy Hilton's assistant. We can confirm this man is not in any way, shape, or form Kathy Hilton's assistant, okay? And we do know Emmy is, and I said that in the last video, and we love Emmy because she was the one who got us the interview with Kathy Hilton, which was her first podcast/YouTube interview ever. On May 29th, Lisa posted a screenshot of text that she received from a number that wasn't saved in her contacts. The text stated, "Lisa, you need to stop with your rumors and lies about me. There's plenty I can expose about you." Now, if he had her phone number, I'm guessing that they've had run-ins, they knew each other, and it's interesting to me. So I don't know where to go from there, but it is interesting to me. Now, getting back to it, it looks like Lisa wrote over the image, "You exposed yourself. Hey, expose away. Can't wait to see what you've got." The number of the sender was visible as Lisa posted it, and this guy is pretty much stating now that she exposed his number, he's receiving hundreds and hundreds of phone calls and text messages, and people are even running wild. This is how the Kathy Hilton assistant rumor got started, was somebody answered, well, they said that this person answered the phone and said, "Hi, Kathy Hilton's executive assistant." I doubt that actually happened. I think what's happening right now is they want a villain in this story. So they're going to say, you know what? It was Kathy Hilton's assistant who's doing this to Lisa in retaliation for everything that Lisa has done to Kathy. It is not. Many fans speculated that the sender was Kathy's assistant, and one fan even wrote, "I just called the number and they said, 'Hello, this is the executive assistant of Kathy Hilton.'" And at the same time, an Instagram user named Patrick Sommers, came out and claimed he was the sender. He wrote, "At Lisa Rinna, I suggest you take your post down before I sue you or leak your number since you think it's acceptable to leak mine." He then seemed to follow through on his promise, posting a number that allegedly belonged to Lisa. So I guess it's one of those tit for tat situations. Now, if he posted her phone number, that's also a problem because you're just doxing back, right? You both are now doxing each other. Two wrongs don't make a right. I know that we were taught in school a negative and a negative make a positive, but in this situation, there's nothing positive about it. I know that we talked about some of the messages, and one included, "Why are you starting drama with someone that is half your age? You overfilled ancient dinosaur." Anyways, here's Lisa's number since she posted mine, and this is what Patrick wrote. The user then explained, "Mind you, this is because production has started on a series called The Real Housewives of Sunset, and the series is set to compete with The Real Housewives and features an all-male cast." And he said it was with him being a member of the cast. "We met Lisa to get some pointers on our first season, and the drama started from the beginning." I said this in my last video too. We already know that when it came to all of this and this Real House Husbands, whatever, Bravo has tried this. Unless they have a different approach, I don't necessarily see it working out. I don't see this being a successful franchise, but I'm not in the television business. I'm not a producer, and I don't know what they have up their sleeves. Just like they're rebooting The Hills with a different cast, it's like, can we come up with something a little bit different? Please. Patrick also expressed, I honestly don't like drama, but imagine an unhinged 70-year-old woman starting drama with you because you privately tried to check her. Now, recently, Lisa released another series of cryptic posts, some of which seem to address Kathy's own posts about narcissists. First, Lisa expressed, when you have no storyline and you're boring, I guess you have to push up against something and ask lots of questions, right? Yep, boring. Lisa then shared 2 quotes about narcissists. The first read, narcissists always see themselves as victims, no matter how horribly they've treated someone else. To them, the problem is not their lying, cheating, stealing, and abusing. The problem is that you started to notice those things. And the second stated, don't allow anyone to make you feel guilty for the hurt that they've caused. Blaming the victim is what abusers do. In another 2 posts, the actress wrote, laughing all the way to the bank, honey, and I was put on this earth to ruffle some feathers. Whoop. All right. We know for sure that Lisa Rinna does like to ruffle some feathers. You know, I've come on here and I try not to be biased because I understand the importance of Lisa Rinna's position on the show. I don't always think it's fair that we don't get a storyline from Lisa Rinna. Like Harry Hamlin's pasta sauce jar, that's not a storyline. This whole situation with Sutton was the one who brought this up on Watch What Happens Live. Kim Richards brought up in the past, you don't want me to say what I know about the husband. And we saw a moment from her then. But for Lisa Rinna, she's always kind of going in and using someone else's story as something for her to talk about in order to be on the show. So I kind of find it comical when she's going in on Kathy Hilton and she's saying, when you have no storyline and you're boring, I guess you have to push up against something and ask a lot of questions. This is, and she put right, yep, boring. Lisa Rinna, this is exactly what you do. Let's go down the list really quick. You said you thought Kim Richards was close to death. You were questioning Yolanda's Lyme disease, saying that she could potentially have Munchausen's. All right. Then when you still didn't have a storyline, you were going in on Denise Richards' marriage to Aaron Vipers and saying that you believe Brandi Glanville and you wanted to hold her accountable because Brandi came out and said that she actually went all the way with Denise Richards. You went in on that. Now she gets to be a friend to Erika Girardi, and Erika did come out and say, yes, we're good friends and she's really been there for me. So you get to kind of latch onto that because Erika needs somebody in her space that makes her feel safe as well. And that's part of your storyline, because if someone talks about Erika, you're going to bring that bone back to Erika. And if someone's going in on Erika, you're going to be right there to defend her, which always puts you right in the mix, but never about you, always about someone else. So this is literally, was she writing this about herself? I have questions. Again, I'm not a Lisa Rinna hater, okay? I have questions and I want to talk about what we're seeing right before our very eyes on the same show. We're watching the same show. So guys, go ahead and comment below. What are your thoughts? And before you go, okay, when I want you to comment, or when I ask you to comment, I want you to comment about the leaks from this man threatening to expose her, the doxing going both ways, the fact that we've confirmed that this is not in fact Kathy Hilton's assistant, and the cryptic quotes about narcissists. I want you to talk about all of it. Please do. Yeah, let me have it. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.